Hey, welcome back, family. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. So, I'm sharing an exercise with you today, a couple of exercises. Had a special request that I share some of the warm up exercises from my Tai Chi classes. Okay, so let's begin by standing with our feet, just like we do in class, with our feet about shoulders width apart. Okay, so not too wide, also not too narrow. So about right inside of your inside shoulders width. Take a look down, make sure both feet are straight ahead, perfectly straight. I say that for a very specific reason. Sometimes we think our feet are straight, and when we look down, they may be kind of off a little bit. So make sure they're straight, okay? Also, both knees are bent just a little bit, slightly bend both of your knees. The tip of your tailbone is going straight down, right? Remember these things, we talked about them before. Tip of the tailbone going straight down. So we want to have the correct posture while doing the exercises. Okay, so remember the posture as well as the breathing and the mind, all of that is connected together inside of our Tai Chi and our Qigong practice. Very different from a lot of the more physical exercises, right? Remember, this is a mind body practice. So, correct posture, feet are about shoulders width apart, both knees slightly bent, tip of your tailbone all the way downward, not forward. So, not forward tilt like so, that's too much, cause stress on your lower back. Not back like this either. Also pinching your vertebrae. So feel that perfect position where your tailbone, the tip of your tailbone, the sacrum, is descending straight down. Now, on the opposite end, we have our crown point, specifically the very tip of our crown point. We want to have that extended straight up towards the sky or towards the ceiling, right? This will assist you in having that. So the tip of your chin, if you have the tip of your chin slightly pushed in, it will help your crown point go into the proper position. So don't have your chin out, slightly pushed in. You can feel back here where the tension goes away, where your head connects to your spinal column by having your chin slightly pushed in. Practice that. See these little adjustments in your posture. You can apply these throughout your daily routine, no matter what you're doing. Whenever you're standing, make sure your knees are bent. Trust me, it'll help you in the long run because the weight from your body should not be supported, by having your knees locked, causes stress on your knees. So open the knees a little bit by having them slightly bent, and then your weight will pass through your knees and go into the floor. Okay? Now, feel your feet on the ground or the floor. The toes are open with space in between the toes, and the feet are nice and relaxed as well. Here's another thing to keep in mind. We're still working on structure, body structure. Our chest. We can be a proud soldier, right? Having the chest puffed out, or we can have a more relaxed approach by having the chest slightly concave. We want to have our chest slightly concaved. By having the chest slightly concaved, we are able to create more space inside of our upper thoracic cavity. The ribs are able to expand and contract more, get in more oxygen. We're talking about breathing, we're talking about health, complete body exercise. So here we are, working on some breathing and simple, I say simple, doesn't mean necessarily easy because it involves a lot. Coordination, balance, mindfulness, and the list goes on. Not necessarily being physically challenging, may or may not be, but a lot of times our mind wants to drift away from what we're doing. So we use our breath, being mindful of the breath, to help bring our mind back in. So to keep our mind from wandering, we focus on the breath. So here we are. Follow me. Arms are down on the side. Take a breath in, inhaling up. I like to begin every lesson, first of all, by giving thanks. Giving thanks to all teachers, students of past, present, as well as the future. And this is our salute, this is our greeting, this is our way of saying thank you to each and every one of those individuals, the known as well as the unknown. Now, my left hand makes a soft, hollow fist, right hand is right above it. And here we are. No enemy, no conflict, a full bow, full bow. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And now we're bringing our hand in towards our chest, towards our heart. And then we turn our hands, open your hand, your fists, separate by pulling leftward and rightward. And then take a breath out, exhaling out of your nose. Remember, breathing in our nose, in the nostrils and out of the nostrils. Follow me as we go through a series of movements. We'll do a few repetitions of each. Exhale, the arms go down. This one is called rising and falling. So I'm inhaling, straightening my legs, but not locking my knees. Almost, but not quite completely straight. Exhale, sink down. Remember, crown point up, chin tucked in. Relax your shoulders, slightly concave your chest. Extend your tailbone downward on the exhale. Circle out, rising and falling. Open your fingers, inhale, relax your toes all the way up. Relax your shoulders, don't lift your shoulders, only the arms. And exhale down center. No tension in your hands and arms. Open your wrists, relax your elbows as well as shoulders. Inhale up. So typically, I personally, in my personal routine, I like to do a minimum of 6 of these breaths. Minimum 18 sometime, 36 or more. Just depends on what you want to do. Remember, you are building a personal toolbox of exercises that you're going to be using that fits into your daily routine, into your time. So how much time can you allot into your personal practice? Don't rush. You don't want to rush through these practices, family. If you only have a few minutes, maybe only do 1 or 2 movements. High repetitions of that particular movement. So this movement that we're doing now is called rising and falling, coming across the top. Rising and falling, coming across the top. Inhale all the way up, rising up. And exhale down your center. We'll do 1 more and then I'll change our flow right into another movement. Now here's another tip. Yep, the tip of your tongue, another tip. Like the tip of your crown point is extended upward and the tip of your tailbone is extended downward. We have another tip. The tip of our tongue is placed at the roof of our mouth. Follow my hands here. Circle out. So the tip of my tongue is placed at the roof of my mouth. Inhale, lifting up. It's placed at the roof of your mouth behind your front two teeth. Exhale down here. Here your knees are bending as if you're pressing down, like below your arms here is a big blue yoga ball. You're using your weight to push it down, but you're not bending forward like so. You're going straight down and then circling. Dig your fingers into the earth imaginarily here. So your fingers are digging into the ground. You're scooping up a lot of earth energy, picking that up, picking it up. Hollow your chest. The tips of your elbows. Here's another tip. They're out laterally and they're also forward. You see that? So elbows are back. We don't want that. We want elbows forward. We want a roundness here. Round. Okay? And we lift that roundness up. It begins to contract. We turn it over. And now below our palms, we have that big blue yoga ball. Tailbone goes down as your crown point goes up. By doing so, your vertebrae are able to elongate your vertebrae, the individual bones in your spine. They're able to elongate and separate themselves. By doing so, we're able to pump more cerebral spinal fluid up and down the spinal column into the brain, bringing in more nutrition, more oxygen into the brain, into the central nervous system. A complete healing art, family. Complete healing art. Breathe in deeply here. Inhale. Notice that the tips of my fingers are open. The webs of my fingers are open. Apology. In between. So don't close your fingers. Also, as you bring your hands up and down, do your best to have them in perfect alignment. The fingers. Perfect alignment. Don't cross over each other. Don't go under each other. Like so. Right where they're almost touching, but not. Okay? A lot of details. Mind-body practice. So here we are. Lifting. The fingers are perfectly lined up. Lift it up this way now, family. Turn it over. Press down the big ball. Now, how many repetitions do you have time to bring into your daily routine? Remember, daily routine. You don't want to overdo it. Find something that works for you so you can be dedicated to it. Make it into a habit. I would prefer you having a 10-minute daily routine than no routine at all. And showing up to class is great. You also need a personal practice in order to seek the true benefits of the practice. I would rather you do 10 minutes per day as opposed to 25 minutes one day and no minutes the next day. You get more benefits this way because you want to have your body and mind used to being into a positive daily routine. We're habitual by nature. We'll do one more and we'll transition into one more exercise. And we'll conclude after this third exercise. Remember, these first three exercises that I'm sharing with you, I begin each and every class with the same routine, daily routine. So this is my last one. Concave your chest. Exhale, extend your crown point. Chin is in. Your vertebrae are elongating as your tailbone drops down. Your knees are bent. Your toes are relaxed. Your feet are relaxed. Now this part is the same. Still digging into the earth. Rounding out. Now here, we're going to let our arms go out and pick up our arms round. Not like this. This is not round. This is not round. This is round. Notice how it rounds out my upper back, creating more space inside of the upper thorax again, okay? So now that you have that, continue lifting. Continue lifting. This one goes all the way up and then separates off on the sides. And then exhale, sinking down. This one is called, this particular movement is called inward, inward, and outward. Here's the outward portion. We're going out and away from our bodies. This is outward. Separation here, still going out diagonal to the front corners of the room. And then exhaling, the arms are now change directions. They're coming back in. This is the inward portion. Back in towards my lower belly. And here's where it rounds out again. Now, once again, make sure it's nice and round here as if you're hugging a big tree. Hollow the chest. Give the tree some space to fill in that circle. Exhale here, breathing out. As the arms go away, you want to exhale all the way out. As the arms begin to come back in towards your body, you're beginning to take a nice breath in. Rounding out, lifting up, hollow out the upper back. Concave your chest. Exhale, separate the arms, left and right. Exhale, make sure both shoulders are nice and relaxed. Your elbows are slightly bent. Your wrists are relaxed. Relax the palms of your hands. Open your fingers. The webs of your fingers are separated. We'll get one more time. Inhale, up. Lift up. Remember, as you lift, your legs are beginning to straighten. The knees are never, ever, ever locked. Almost locked, but not quite there. Exhale here. Imagine 4 ounces of weight pulling your tailbone down while extending the crown point up. The whole body sinks as a unit. Inhale, bring your hands back in towards your lower belly. And just like we began this short session, I would also like to conclude the session with saying thank you to the teachers as well as students, including yourself as well as mine, the known as well as the unknown, for preserving these beautiful arts. Let's take a breath out, sinking down. The hands are coming out. Fingertips are digging into the earth. Inhale, pull the arms back. Nice big breath. Stretch out left and right. Inhale, rising up. This big movement is like taking a big hug, big embrace with the entire universe, gathering all of that universal energy into your palm, covering it, not touching, with the right hand, holding on to just a little bit of that energy, being very mindful of it. Inhale, coming up. Remember, in the atmosphere, we only see less than 1% of what is really there. The visible light spectrum does not offer us a whole lot. Bring your hands towards your heart. Bring your hands towards your heart. Turn your hands. Separate your hands. Elbows are going out laterally. And remember what was in your hand. That was a universal healing energy. Here's where we imagine washing our organs, beginning up top. Use your mind and your imagination, removing any ailments from your body, including your mind, anything that bothers you, any sickness, whether it be physical or non-physical. Worry, let it be gone as you wash your hands down, all the way down, down the inside of your legs, all the way down into the earth. Let your fingers drain off anything that does not serve you well, any tension, any worry, any pain, any physical ailments. And then take a nice deep breath in. The fingers dig deep into the earth, bringing up fresh, recharged chi, healing energy, bringing it back into your vessel, all the way back up, washing all of your organ system, stepping your feet in close together, almost touching but not. Here we have prayer hands. And we fold at the hips and waists. And we inhale coming up. And we share a little bit of that with the entire universe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Carry that vibe with you throughout your day, family. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Once again, Sifu Lester, check it out from Tai Chi 360. Looking forward to your subscription. Looking forward to your comments. Looking forward to getting some dialogue going in regard to the videos. How can I be of service to you? That's why I'm here. Peace.